Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 here in Memphis, Tennessee. And all you good folks in Brownsville on 1520 AM and 95.3. And, of course, in Jackson, Tennessee on News Talk 101.5. Frank Barton is our co-host, and Frank's excited about this next segment. He thought we were going to call the Alps. But I said, no, Frank, we've gone to Scotland before. We've been to England. We've never called Austria. But we were able to work around that to talk to a man who was at the first Steyr event last year, and that's what they call the Steyr Challenge, the toughest humans in the Alps. And I just asked Frank if he want to get a team up for this, and he's still shaking his head. But let's talk to the man who was there last year for the first one. He is the USA Comptroller for Steyr, and that is Scott Tirman. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. How you doing today?
We want to hear about it because this just really caught my eye, particularly from your standpoint. Has it been there last year for the first one? Hey, man, you're a former Marine. Do you still live in Helena, Alabama?
I do, yes, sir.
All right, yeah, okay. We won't talk sports or football teams or anything like that, but we like to talk to people from Alabama. So tell our listeners out there, for the old trucker driving down I-55 right now in Mississippi, and he's saying they're talking about the Alps. Tell us what this event entails.
Absolutely. So as many people know, we're a firearms manufacturer based out of Steyr, Austria, and we decided to come up with an event that could pinpoint the toughest hunter of the Alps. And so it's just outside of Steyr, Austria, in Oberberg, Austria, and it's a military base up there. And what we're doing is we're trying to find, like I said, the toughest hunter of the Alps. So it's what we call the Steyr Challenge, and the challenge is going to include a little bit of mountain running, some long-range shooting, some mountain stick shooting, freestanding shooting, and then shooting with the iconic AUG, which is what we're known for.
Yes.
The event's also going to include some rappelling down the side of a mountain and log sawing. It's a pretty detailed event. It's a pretty difficult. It's similar to like a Spartan race, but it's a very difficult event. And we're looking for some teams out of the U.S. who want to fly over and take the challenge to see if they are the toughest hunter of the Alps. And personally, out of the U.S. office, we're really hoping the U.S. can represent and send some pipe hitting guys to fly out there and really give the Austrians a run for their money.
So last year, were there any Americans in that event?
There were no Americans who competed in the event last year.
Okay.
And like you said, I was former Marine Corps. It's not an easy looking event, if I'm honest with you. I was out there, and it's pretty difficult.
It is, isn't it?
So there were no Americans. We are presenting a team from our office this year, so there will be a team of 4 Americans from the U.S. office who are going to be flying over there.
Really?
But we're looking for a few more teams. Yes, sir. We're looking for a few more teams out of the U.S.
Are you on that team? Are you on that team?
I am on that team.
Way to go, Scott. Let's hear it for Scott. Okay. Yeah, but you found 3 more to go with you, right?
Yeah. It's more of a voluntold thing. You know, we needed some guys to do it. And
yeah. But you've opened the door here.
Team.
You've really opened the door here. $250 registration fee. You've got till July the 15th. I truly believe that there are other – this is the kind of thing – this is the reality that we live in this world, folks. And I know our listeners go throughout the Mid-South area here. I can envision 4 guys in my mind right now that ought to be on this – have this team. So this is a strict challenge. It takes a certain individual – not only with strength, does it, Scott, but you got to be mentally prepared for this. So how do you get ready for something like this?
Absolutely, and it's just a lot of training.
What are y'all doing? What are y'all going to do to prepare for this?
We're doing a lot of hit training here in the office. So it's, a lot of tire flipping and sprinting and sledgehammer swinging, things like that. We're really trying to get in good physical shape in order to compete in the challenge. I mean, the challenge starts right away is an uphill climb. It is a pretty
Right.
excruciating challenge, and I mean, it's not easy. So when you finish the run's broken up into different segments. When you finish that first initial run,
Yeah.
you're immediately thrown on your face and asked to shoot 1,000 meters with our SSG M1.
You hearing that, Frank?
And you're winded, you're tired, everybody's struggling, and you have to take these precise shots. And every shot you miss, that's another log you're going to have to saw at the end. So
another log that you have to saw. That's the log. That's the sawing part that comes into this.
Correct.
And I can imagine anything in the Alps has got to be uphill. I mean, you're in the Alps.
There's very few flat areas on this course. It's gorgeous. I mean, when you're shooting 1,000 meters, you're shooting from a mountaintop into a valley. It's absolutely gorgeous. But I mean, it's a long shot.
Well, if Tom Selleck was still quickly down under, we might send him over there for this. But he's a little old right now for that 1,000-meter shot. So talk about to us, Scott, about working for this wonderful company that's been around since the Civil War. That's just amazing. Talk about that.
Absolutely. Well, we've been around for a long time. I mean, like you said, we started mid-1850s or 1860s, so it's been a long time since we've been around. We've been making products very similar to how we did back in that day. We still do a lot of the processes the same
way.
And so, absolutely. And so, what's great is we're known for our cold hammer forging process.
That's
so
right.
We get the steel. A lot of companies will heat their metals up and stretch their metals out in order to form their barrels. We don't do that. So what we do is we take the metal and we put it into a specific machine that actually forges the metal in an ice cold room, and it stretches the metal out. That'll rifle and chamber most of our weapons, and just the immense precision and care that goes into each product makes our weapons some of the absolute best in industry. And I don't know if you're aware of this yet, but we've kind of done a large push in 2019 where we want people to understand that it's not just the weapon, but it's the person. The weapon can be perfect, but if you don't know how to utilize it, you're not going to be the most effective tool if you're required to take the shot. So with every weapon that you purchase from Steyr in 2019, we actually also offer our free 2-day training academy. If you can get down to Central Alabama, we fly in world-class instructors from all over the world. We have a 5-time world champion, Eduardo Abril de Fontcuberto, flies in from Barcelona, who teaches you how to use these weapons up to 1,000 yards at any given point in time. So if you do anything with Steyr, we want people to know that it's not just the weapon, it's the person. So we're going to do our due diligence and make sure that the care is put into the weapon, and we're going to also invest that time and that money into you coming down and being able to shoot that weapon.
That's amazing.
Extremely precise. So
I was just
absolutely no. And obviously with Steyr, you're going to get your lifetime warranty. You're going to get your accuracy guarantee. We offer a sub-MOA guarantee on all of our rifles. However, most of our weapons, you're going to be sitting a little, sub-half MOA. It's absolutely incredible.
Tell him, Frank.
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know what MOA means?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, tell me.
Minute of angle.
Minute of angle.
Minute of angle.
Okay.
That's a measurement of accuracy.
That is being very accurate. I know when it comes down to this, to spend 2 days with learning, it almost reminds me if you don't go in and buy one of your motorcycles and jump on it right then and think you know how to work it, right?
We've got a few that do that, and unfortunately, a few of them wreck.
A few of them wreck.
Yeah, we try and talk to them, but they,
Well, we're going to take the time, too, to sit you in the classroom. It's important that you not only know how to pull the trigger, but you know what you're doing. So you're going to sit down and you're going to learn about the ballistics. You're going to learn about the weapon itself, how a bullet flies through the air, things like that. You're going to take the time on the class, and then you're going to go out to the range. And we offer very small class sizes. We want our instructors to have that hands-on experience with each and every student who comes through our academy. And like I said, it's free. If you buy a Steyr rifle, you register it with us, it's free. So you're going to leave a better shooter, a better ballistics expert, things like that. You'll get a lot out of the course.
When you were growing up, now Scott, I can imagine. Is this your dream job?
It's funny you say that.
I always ask
6
people
or 7
that.
years ago, I swung by the factory here in Alabama, and I left, and the second I left, I called my wife and said, I am going to work for that company. This is absolutely my dream job. I love every minute of every day.
Well,
I really am blessed and spoiled.
Well, I can tell that by your voice and the enthusiasm you have over this company that's been around so long. Scott, thank you for being with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray. I wouldn't mind getting back with you later on before the event in October to try to get a kick-up thing and then talk to you after you get back, okay?
Hey, of course, gentlemen. You let me know what you need. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Scott. Have a great day, all right?
Yes, sir. Take care.
Scott Tirman of Steyr Arms. He's the USA controller for them. And we've got to take a break here real quickly, but
Steyr has been I have looked at their
haven't we all
lustfully looked
haven't
at
haven't we all looked
at their
Yes.
firearms over the years,
Yeah.
and had a few friends that have owned one. I've never owned one, but
I was going to ask you if you ever owned one.
I've never owned one, but
well,
there's always
on your bucket list.
I say the older you get, the more discerning you get.
That's for sure. And I've learned about the what was that again? The
minute of angle.
A
minute of angle.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let's take a break. Going to come back and we're going to talk a little Hunters for the Hungry. What a program the Tennessee Wildlife Federation has, and guess who won again? The same ones that won it last year. We'll talk to them. We got a young man in the studio with us. We can't wait to talk to him about an event that's coming up in August. It's always been there, but this has got a new look, new taste. It'll be a lot of fun. Be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.